retired fireman Gerald Meerschaert taking on Reinier de Ridder. Gerald Meerschaert, 37-17 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5. He is coming off of that come-from-behind victory over Edmund Shabazi and taking on Reinier de Ridder. Reinier de Ridder is 3-2 in his last 5. He's making his He's making his UFC debut. He is 17-2 though in the entirety of his career. And at one point in time, he was the 2 Division 1 FC champion. And the most ironic part about that is he beat the same guy in 2 divisions to be the double champ, right? The same guy was the 185 and the 205, beat them both. Then he lost both belts to a different guy. So apparently everybody in 1FC is the 185-pound champion and also the 205-pound champion.
Wasn't that guy, isn't he a 3-division champion? He's a 3-division, the guy that beat him last time.
Yeah, then he went up to heavyweight, I believe.
But he has all 3. I think he had all 3 belts at the same time.
And I mean, it was interesting to watch that whole thing unfold and run through the tape study and see it happen, because when he first took the 205 belt, then the 185, I believe that's the direction it went. And when I watched the tape for the second one, you could just see it in Renier's face. It's like, well, I'm fucked. This guy already beat me. What the hell's going to happen this time? I think he survived the second time instead of getting finished was the difference. Either way, I digress. He is a very good fighter. Despite losing both of those belts, he still had to earn them. 2 division champions, solid grappler, very good takedowns, good submissions. He's ridiculously tall for this division, and he uses that length really, really well on the ground. He will strike as well, but it's not very clean. He definitely thrives on the ground, seems a bit out of sorts if he's on the feet a little too long. That is how he lost both of his belts. He could not get the takedowns, really couldn't make something happen on the ground. He's taken on Gerald Meerschaert. We know this guy through and through at this point. Also a very good grappler. He's live for a submission every moment of the fight. He's not great on his feet, but he does have some surprising power that's hidden inside of there. People do question his chin, but the reality is he's pretty tough and he's not going to quit on himself. He's an incredibly talented grappler. Takedowns kind of suck though. I'll never get it, but it is what it is. If the fight ends up on the ground, it's usually because somebody took him down and then he ends up finding the finish. And that's kind of what happened in his last fight, except he got his ass kicked, survived, he got the takedown, and then saved the fight with a submission win. I personally think Reinier is basically the next version of Gerald Meerschaert. He's not quite a 2.0, maybe a 1.5. I think his takedowns are better. His jiu-jitsu is just as good. The striking is like, it's not better, but he's so much longer that he can do it from farther away. He doesn't have Gerald's power. Gerald does have surprising power. And I think Reinier gets it done. This will be an interesting fight, though, because I don't know if he's going to be able to submit Gerald Meerschaert, who is a high-level grappler. So it may just be Reinier getting the takedowns because he's by far the better wrestler of the two, and then just some grappling exchanges on the ground. Renier's the pick, pretty confident in that, but you can never count Gerald Meerschaert out of a fight. What do you think, Jakey Boombalats?
I actually believe that this is a great fight for Gerald Meerschaert. You know, he came in, and I know he got knocked out, but he's getting knocked out by a couple, honestly, some killers. And it's good to see him in a fight that is going to tailor to him. He wants to fight to the ground. He's comfortable fighting wherever. He's a grinder in that right, and he's got a guy in front of him who, quite frankly, in that second belt defense, fucking quit. The guy fucking quit. He lost his belt because he was on the ground. The ref told him to fucking get up, and he just looked at the ref and was like, I don't think I'm going to get up, and fucking gave away his belt like that. If there's one thing about Gerald Meerschaert, he might get knocked out. He might get fucking submitted. Gerald Meerschaert's not going to fucking quit. I promise he's not going to fight. You never seen Gerald Meerschaert fucking quit. Why does he win some of these fights? Because he doesn't fucking quit. He finds a way to survive. People get worn down. They start to quit. And then he ends up winning these fights. Or he's tough in these fights. Or at least he makes them close in that right. So if I got to take a grappling match and I can trust, or I feel like I can trust Gerald to survive an early grappling onslaught from this guy, and I've seen this guy fucking quit in the face of adversity, and I've seen Gerald fucking break people before the same way, I'm fucking picking Gerald Meerschaert to win this fight.
That's it. You're on the JJ side. Okay. I get it. You're not worried that he's just going to get taken down and not be able to out-grapple Reinier?
Not worried about it.
All right. Well, Jakey Boy and I are split here. I would offer up a bet here, but it's 3-1. I'm not paying.
Somebody said you didn't pay me for something last week.
Did we bet last week? No, you didn't take the bet last week. I wanted even money on something, and you said no.
Somebody said in the live stream that we bet $100 on the Cody Gibson Chad. Didn't you went the plus 3.5 and you got fucking smoked?
You didn't take it is the problem. So you could have gotten paid. You didn't take it. You did not take that bet. That's on you. Because you're like $1 million at 12-1.
It's not the only thing that I fucked up this week.
What else did you fuck up?
My life was ruined, Angelo. It's we can sit here and we can laugh about it, and the chat can laugh about it, but my life is over.
It's not too late, Jakey boy. I'll sit here and wait if you want to run over there, ring the bell, and figure it out. All right. Well, if you guys want to unlock the picks, the bets, the round line leans, the tools, and more, you can do so now. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member. $10 for an entire month. DraftKings-wise, in this fight, $7,100 for Gerald Meerschaert. Listen, anytime you get Jared at that low of a price, never a bad take because literally he can win at any moment. But I think Gerald's best thing is grappling, and I think Reinier is just as good. So I personally don't think it's going to go that way. But Jakey boy squarely on the other side. Check out what the optimizer has to say. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the